Hi, Taurus. Welcome back to my channel. Tis I, the one and only Archer with the Archer Broadcasting Corporation and Archer Astrology, all that good stuff. Just kidding. Hi, how you doing? What's shaking, bacon? All right, Taurus, it's time to do your late June bonus reading, love reading, all that good stuff for you and the one on your mind. Taking a look at the late June energies, and we are at that point of Cancer season. We have gotten to the point where the summer solstice has begun. The sun has transitioned into the sign of Cancer, and all that stuff everybody been talking about, oh, heads up, early birthday Cancer season, all that stuff. It's happening. It's that time. And as we prelude into July, and the July 17th node shift, as the nodes south and north shift into Aries and Libra, it's going to be time to talk about it. This is a lot of heavy duty freaking Seven of Swords, right? This is a lot of heavy duty cardinal sign energy. The cardinal signs are taking over. It is time for everyone to word vomit. Okay. Everybody's singing all together now. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a look at the energies around you and them with a good old school 9-card spread, see what's going on and see where it takes us. Okay. And this time around, with the energies of this month currently in this timeline and frame, I have brought back for the base cards the Titanic deck, because we are going to take a look at situations with that and situations that are predicted and covered. Because if you think about it, the Titanic submersible that was lost. Okay, now if you're watching this reading in like 2058, we'll do it this way. The Titanic submarine that was lost down in on its way searching. Yeah. So what it is our old buddy, the one archangel not too many people talk about, has decided it is time to come back. This node shift has allowed the arrival for the flight of which Archangel Jeremiel is on. So it's time for karma to pay out. And that submarine is an interesting example of it. So it was predicted in the past. In 1896, there was a book. It's out. You can still get this thing called The Wreck of the Titan. The name of the submarine that is down there lost in the bottom of the ocean was called the Titan. Right? And this predicted a ship that was just like the Titanic, a ship full of the rich, full of everybody on board, any class, any kind of person that went out onto a journey and was lost at sea after it hit an iceberg. This was written in 1896. The Titanic went down in 1912, and the Titan did something in 2023. What I predict is that the sonar noises heard at the bottom of said ocean was actually the implosion of the submarine. All right. And much like the Titanic in 1912, it did not have proper accommodations for lifeboats due to regulations. Titan did not have the proper search, recovery, safety equipment on board. Safety was neglected, and karma decided to play out on it. The history repeated itself and came around again. So the wreck of the Titan in 2023 was predicted not just by The Simpsons, but by Robert Morganson in 1896. So when you don't pay attention to your history, Jeremiel shows up and dishes it out. You know, one of the people on the submarine was a French explorer who was the very first person to pillage the wreck in 1987. 8 of Pentacles to the 5 of Wands. There was a lot of competition back then. And he was on that submarine. It's like the Titanic got it back. You never take the jewels off the old lady. Anyways, King Tut, research that one too. It all ties together. There's always a tie. Everything is energy and it all connects. So let's do it. We're going to connect too and see what's going on for you and the one on your mind as we take a look at karma playing out and see what may be coming. Here we go. All right. This is the dawning of the age of the artificial intelligence. Here we go. All right. It's like replacing it. It's like another Archer. It's like a different Archer. Shh. I'm just a little taller. Here we go, Taurus. All right, we are open to the messages we are about to receive for Taurus's highest and greatest good only, por favor. We only fly the friendly skies at Archer Airlines. Let's take a look at what's going on for you guys. Here we go. All right. That was a moment of silence. I know. All right, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? Late June, new moon energy for 2023. That 8 of Cups came back. Taurus has even tried to walk away from something with the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. But yeah, something's reflecting back. Where are we at a point of completion for you, Taurus? Let's do it. Let's love this deck for the terrific Taurus. All right, guys. Bottom of the deck, we got the 4 of Pentacles. Yep. You are still focusing on yourself, grounding out, 2 of Swords, and really just wanting to trust and have faith that the King of Pentacles will reign out supreme. The one on your mind, is there an age difference? Because that was John Jacob Astor, who his much younger wife, Madeline, was on board the Titanic that night back in 1912. All right, 9-card spread. Whoa, right out of the gates, the 6 of Wands. Nice. Caitlin Petty shows up, and I never did think you were a Taurus, Caitlin, but let's find out. I keep hearing Beetlejuice Submarine in my head, too. All right, so your immediate influence, we got the Ace of Pentacles. And you feel good about something new. There's somebody new, Taurus. You're talking to somebody new. Interesting. What's your goal? Knight of Pentacles. You want to take it slow and steady because you know slow and steady wins the race. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Distant past, we got the King of Swords. Ooh, thinking about somebody from the past and the fight that broke out. You don't want history to repeat itself, but you're still thinking about them, right? Yeah, Fool card. Fool card. Right there. A new beginning is what you're trying to do. The recent past events led to this new beginning. Okay, something had to end for something to begin. Yep, justice. Your future influence is justice from letting the past go. But why are you not letting the past go, King of Swords? Knight of Wands. Oh, okay, because somebody from the past, the incoming energy was somebody that was a very smooth talker playing that last song, just like Wallace Hartley here with the violin, which was found and recovered from the wreck of the Titanic. So you missed somebody from the past because they were just that smooth talker, the slick one that just made you feel good, said all the right things, made you feel comfortable, safe, like a wish. But the environmental factors of that is the Two of Cups. You still love them even though you're trying to move forward or you're moving forward with somebody new. You're making a decision one way or another. I'm almost pulling Two of Wands off of that. And here's your energy right there. Your inner emotions are yourself. You're trying to do the right thing, trying to make the right choice. But you're still with that Four of Pentacles. You're in on your own. You're not telling somebody that you're thinking about the past. You feel like you've got this new beginning going on here. Six of Wands to the Ace of Pentacles. With the Knight of Pentacles underneath it, it shows that it was a very long progression on this energy. But it is coming in. Foot on the gas, never going to crash. Leo and Cancer, I'm pulling up the Six of Wands there. So you could be interacting or dealing with someone with Cancer and Leo placements or a Cancer-Leo cusper. Quite possible. But for what this is here, you're still comparing to somebody that's new, Ace of Pentacles, to someone from the past, King of Swords. Because the King of Swords had a Knight of Wands energy about them. It's like that season. You're trying to replace someone with this Fool energy to justice because you think and know it's the right thing to do, but you're unsure. It's kind of like that season in the Dukes of Hazzard where Coy and Vance showed up and replaced Bo and Luke. And it was like, well, yeah, they wore the blue shirt and the yellow shirt. I feel the same way I feel about my person. I like this person. It's cool, but they're not Bo and Luke. They don't slide across the hood like Bo and Luke, that sort of a thing. And so you keep thinking back onto the past. We're going to get some clarifiers onto this here. You're unsure if the new person is wearing a mask, Fool energy to that Knight of Wands. You're unsure about what's going on or where it's going to. But for some reason, they pull past person vibes, and you're trying to figure out why with that Hierophant card to the Two of Cups. It's like you want trust. Justice card, you want trust. You're unsure if you can trust the new person because of something that you opened up to. You've opened up to a lot of people before, haven't you? All right, let's find out. You've opened up to a lot of people before. You're so used to being played and being the doormat onto this energy with that King of Swords to the Fool card of Justice. That was where you said, I'm done. No bueno. I'm out. We're going in a different direction. Four of Pentacles, and I'm looking out for me. Two of Swords. You're trying so hard to disconnect on that King of Pentacles, but there's the come at me, Queen of Swords to the world. There's a new beginning being blocked by the frickin' Chariot right there. Dolores Cannon shows up with the Knight of Cups underneath it. Told you, to the Ten of Cups with heavy Cancer, Pisces energy to this one, Taurus. That's heavy duty. You got an energetic accord between you guys. That's why you can't let them go. There's a contract between you and this past person that is yet to been completed. Somebody walked away without the ink drying, right? Five of Cups. Somebody walked away without the ink drying. I say it here and it comes out here. But like, you want to give something one more shot, Ace of Pentacles. It's like you're willing to consider something. Is it the past person returned in like a new energy, like all that good talking stuff going on? Like I've done the work, I've healed, I've leveled up, Ace of Pentacles. I know it took a long time, Knight of Pentacles. King of Swords to the Knight of Wands. I keep going down a Z-axis on that one. It's interesting, but with whom? You want to give this one more shot, but with whom? That's where you're at. You're unsure. It's like something keeps pulling you back in, Al Pacino. You know what I mean? And you're just unsure of your actions sometime. And I actually put it back with the Queen of Swords on there to the world. Something on your own is intersecting your energy that's not allowing progression. Eight of Swords. I literally just said that on the Ace of Pentacles. There's an Eight of Swords energy you are creating in your own head, much like the third-class gates on board the Titanic that were not those big wrought iron bankers gates, but just very nice little oak-finished wooden saloon doors. Because you paid big freaking money, Knight of Pentacles style, you ain't going to want to look at the wrought iron bank gates. You better have a freaking valet. They're swinging the freaking barn doors for you, right? And you want that trust. You want that respect, somebody to hold doors open for you. What happened? Why are you Eight of Swords? Because it's much like a mummy encased in the tomb. It's kind of like doing it to yourself on this energy. It's like you're fearful that if I do something or I reach out, Six of Cups, that something will go wrong. They're going to yell at me. This is more of like an "Are you okay?" text, though. Six of Cups, you freaking miss them, Taurus. You know you do, and you're not telling any about it. The Moon, Cancer and Pisces is starting to reign supreme on your reading, and underneath that is the Nine of Cups. Pisces says Archer did not stutter. Eight of Wands is behind there too. Told you, communication. And I also saw the Chariot, Cancer energy, both very, very straightforward signs of spirit controlling the communications that are coming in and going. With this Hierophant card in your own energy, you are leveling up and getting more intuitive downloads and picking up signs more. It's like movements are like when the soul travels or leaves much more than it does before entering the womb. If the soul doesn't make it to the womb in time, then you have a stillborn baby. And then you have a soul that like, oops, didn't fulfill the contract, got to do it again. And that's the cycle that we're coming back into. When it does that, it's like basically you're trying to hybrid up on this Hierophant card. It's like if Ford and Tesla got together and they made like a hybrid self-driving Ford Taurus, right? 10 of Wands, right. Trying to put something together so you can ground out, balance, and cut out that crap that you don't want to make a decision. 10 of Wands. But you're very nervous about this. You can't come in correct and you don't come in at all. 7 of Wands. There's the Leo side of that Cancer connection showing up that when you go quietly, they go distant, and you don't need that. You don't want that. Taurus is looking for somebody that's on the reciprocating side of this thing. It's much like Titanic's triple expansion reciprocating engines. Say that 3 times fast. And those are they're still the biggest engines in the world at the bottom of the ocean, but they're still biggest, right? Still the largest reciprocating engines in history still in existence. The Tower. The Tower on the Fool, Scorpio, and Aries energy, and the twin flame, the most common twin flame connection, Aries and Scorpios, when you find confirmed twins. It was a new beginning to rebuild a new tower on here. This is where it changes. You don't want somebody that's like, oh, darn, Taurus went quiet. Well, I better just distant too. And you want somebody to be like, hey, Taurus, what's up? You want to build a new beginning on this, and that's the Fool energy. This is not a crumbling tower, but it's your purple. It's your intuition igniting and creating an industrial era like the Ford Rouge plant. You know, freaking building and pumping it out big time with Justice on the 5 of Swords. 5-5 comes in as these cards start to connect onto that and feeling like you missed a boat in the fight to end all fights, but still hanging on to 3 out of those 2 swords. There's something you just cannot let go onto this one. It's like you want someone to be reliable and consistent. You want them to come in and go, what's up, Taurus? What's going on? Why'd you go quiet? Are you okay? Literally, you just want a 3-word text. Are you okay? That sort of a thing. You don't want to be left alone. You don't like it. Hangman energy. You don't like being left alone and just floating out in limbo in a void, of course, trying to figure out what went on the Knight of Wands. Sagittarius and Pisces energy onto this one. Deep thinkers, Sagittarius and Pisces. And you're wanting to make sure which one of these is like the way to go. You know, it's oh no, not Taurus. Better let them be. You don't want that. You want, are you all right? And that's a song. Are you all right? Or it's, oh God, who's it by? Look it up. It's like, are you all right? Are you okay? To Judgment on the Justice. And this is mutable energy. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces coming to an end, to a point of completion, much like how next month on July 22nd, 722, that Venus will retrograde in Leo, and it will go from 28 degrees, the 3rd decan of Leo, all the way back to 12 degrees, right at the cusp of the 1st and 2nd decan, and you've got to do it again. And that happens until September, when it goes back into direct motion and then has to go back through Leo to get to Virgo. It's like, no, go back and try it again, right? Onto that 2 of Cups. You love them. And if it's them coming back in, then it's them saying that out in this. Look at this. They're saying, oh, I've done the work. I've healed. I've come back. And you're so unsure about it. They have Queen of Swords. Heavy Gemini energy shows up at the end cusp of the reading. Or you might be a Taurus Gemini cusper, where you're later on in the season, much like how Venus is influenced. Love is like reigning supreme on this one. And with the 6 of Pentacles at the bottom, it's that you're like, you know what, we're going to give it a shot, and we'll meet for coffee. We'll talk about this and give it a shot with the World card. A little more of fixed and mutable. I literally pull everything out just because it's the World card. All the cardinal signs are dominating as we go into July, and mutable and fixed kind of go along with it. Why? Because they're the frickin' leaders. The cardinal signs go first when you enter into a solstice and a period, and then you go through your fixed energy into your mutable energy, and then you repeat. Lather, rinse, wash, repeat. And you go back. So in the decan era of Cancer, Leo, Virgo, yep, that's where we're going with this. That's the direction that it goes to. All right. So Gemini, there's the one we missed. You got to always check everything backwards. So we're in a cycle where Gemini is that last decan that ends. We're into the new moon in Gemini. It leads us into the cardinal Cancer season. And then we go forward into Leo and Virgo season to then begin again and we get back into Libra. There we go. Yeah. Anyways, they're working on everything together, and you don't see this coming, but you feel it coming. I hear Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire as I start to get a little warmer. It's like you feel like you're having to jump through flaming hoops to get what you want, and you're not used to that, but you're willing to give it a shot on this one. It's someone's favorite color is black. Someone's favorite color is black, but their justification for it, justice on judgment, is that they don't want to just pick a single color and leave all the other ones out. So they pick black because black is the combination of every color in the spectrum. So it's like equality for everybody and getting respect that you want. And someone knows whom or what Roy G. Biv is. Nice. Like that. Yeah, you're disconnecting and being like, screw it. Yeah, Archer, I ain't got time for that. I got nothing else going on. I hate to be the one to replay this classic, but it's that moment that you disconnect. Tower card to the Fool. That moment you disconnect and they feel the energetical cord disconnect, and it instantly can create the swap. It's much like the passengers on the Titanic. It creates that runner-changer dynamic swap that keeps you guys connected and brings you back together because you have an unfulfilled contract on this one. It's very much like the passengers. Okay, Spirit, use the Titanic deck. Sorry, 7 of Pentacles. Use the Titanic deck. I was worried. King of Pentacles. But no, we're fine. Okay, so yeah, it's much like on the passengers on the Titanic. 8 of Swords to the 9 of Swords, right? With the 5 of Swords showing back up. 555 could be your angel number, Taurus. But it's that kind of an energy that what's going on to it is the passengers on board the Titanic knew everything was fine. Everything was going good. Strength card. There's the Leo energy. You could actually have some Leo placements, Taurus, like a Taurus Sun with a Leo Venus or a rising, something to that situation. Or you might even with this Hierophant card be going deeper and be like, no, Archer. I'm a Taurus Sun with like a Leo freaking Uranus. Right? Stop looking at Leo's butt, Taurus. What are you doing? So, it's like freaking eclipse energy is what we're talking about. Okay, yeah, when the sun blocks the moon and the moon's like, stop staring at my light, stop looking at my dark side, all that stuff. Okay, strength card. You are trying to tunnel through this as best you can. The passengers on the board of the Titanic were just fine while they could hear the vibration of those triple expansion reciprocating engines. So long as the steel and the hull of the ship was humming and they were moving forward, they could tell it. It was the moment when Captain Smith ordered the engine stopped and the vibration stopped and all the humming and the feeling of the energy of the Titanic stopped, that the passengers woke up and realized something was wrong. Why have we stopped? And it's that point where whatever it is, you go forward into it. It's like that's the moment where you knew something is up, something had to change, and you had to direct and redirect on that one. Reflect and redirect with the 10 of Pentacles. You're going to wind up getting your wish and getting what you want onto this one and making a solid decision with the 10 of Cups. Bro, you brought out the 10 of Cups on the 10 of Pentacles. 3 5s, 555, which is that point of the struggles to get to the 10s, and your outcome is 1010, which could be a very significant angel number that you should look into, or something that you've been seeing or hearing even lately, right? Yeah, 10 of Swords. Okay, we didn't have enough on this one. You're like passing all the tests and completing on this to bring this back in, and you're feeling that passion. You're feeling it. That's all swords in the back, just blunt force trauma that just shuts you down, and you got to work on it with the Knight of Swords. And you're using your words to do that. You're manifesting heavy duty under the new moon in Gemini at the end of the month as we transition into all the cardinal Cancerian energy going into July. 8 of Swords. 8-8's another number that Spirit speaks to that you've been hearing, maybe even hearing on the radio. And this is the energy of the 8-8 Lionsgate portal in August. August is going to be something very significant that catapults this, and it's only a month away. You're actually setting the intentions into these new moons and full moon cycles. We're going to be into July with the full moon in Cappy and the new moon in Cancer. And it's going to be a Cancer Leo Cusper moon again. So August in that 8-8 portal, the portal 6-6, 7-7, 8-8 will be something that rains out significant into this one with all the 10. And there's the Death card. This is the ending an ending of everything to bring in something new. And it's the one on your mind, the one that you're thinking about. Heavy Scorpio influence on the entire energy for this. Because check this out. Death is actually looking down on the ship in the iceberg and the Titanic and the iceberg. And this one being like, yeah, I did that. And why is Death proud? Because it's the ending for a beginning of a rebirth. Because without the sinking of the Titanic, you wouldn't have had regulations that made it a requirement to have enough lifeboats for every soul on board a ship, not just based on the ship's gross tonnage. You had the International Ice Patrol by the Coast Guard that was put into place, things like that. It's what creates something that creates long-term wealth. Queen of Pentacles, it balances and stabilizes everything to go long-term. And we're completed with a full circle and the 4 of Pentacles. Back to your guard, back to your protection, and not letting go of the things that you hold dear and near. Nice. I appreciate you very much for being here, Taurus. This one goes deep. This one goes artificial stones deep right there. Whether I'm Archer or Jans Hugglebutt, just filling in for him to get all the money. I don't know. And run off with Bill. He a Gemini. He don't know no better. You could definitely be a Taurus Gemini customer. Would you go finish learning natural disaster already? Listen to me when I'm speaking to you. He a Gemini. He don't know better. Whatever. All right. Remember, join me here every night. Love that like for me if this resonated. Subscribe. Set the bell to all notifications because we go live for just an old school TikTok chat room. Just come and hang out with us every Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then join me every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for the live All Science. And if you're watching this before June 26th, there is still a chance to go back to last Monday's live on the 19th and enter to win the Dove Clock contest. We are giving away the clock, and it will be given away on June 26th at my live, 8 p.m. Eastern. So y'all got to be there. Follow along on my Instagram at Archer Astrology MD and in the community post here to see all the stops that the clock has made along its journey. And then it will be raffled off, and one of you will get said clock along with a tarot deck from moi. Appreciate you. And Taurus, if this resonated and you would like to book a personal reading with me, you may, Two of Wands free will, choose to do so by emailing moi at archerastrology@gmail.com, where we shall hook up, connect, and take it from there. And do indeed, please, por favor, remember, Taurus, darling, this will resonate with any and all placements of Taurus within your chart because we are FHA compliant here at Archer Astrology and shall read for any sign or placement which desires and inquires. Neon Moon, Casey Musgraves, not Brooks and Dunn. Sorry, y'all. Casey's cuter. Anyways, until next time, Taurus, I did not finish cleaning up my decks, but I'll get to it. Yeah, we'll just do it later. I'm done. Peace out. Archer out. Love you. Bye. Yeah, Cherry. Yeah, Cherry.